So Chris, new Women's and Girls Talent Pathway Manager, just tell us a little bit about your role and what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. The role basically means I'm organising and running the pathway, the Lancashire pathway for the girls, which means from under 11s, under 13s, 15s and 18s, organising games, fixtures, training, resources, coaching resources, equipment, umpires, grounds, etc. That'll all be under me. Player development will be a massive thing, making sure players can get to the next level, whether that's through the Thunder Academy or the Thunder first team. I've also got the Women's Lancashire first team as well that I'm coaching, so I'm really looking forward to that as well.
You've got a long history with the Red Rose, you've been at the foundation for a number of years, and also you've done some coaching with Lancashire Thunder in the KSL. Just tell us a little bit about your background with the club and what your roles have entailed.
Yeah, I started at the cricket board, Lancashire Cricket Board, which is now the foundation, more of a development role, and then in the last 18 months, more specific on women and girls in the west of the county, the Liverpool and Southport area. Through the KSL, that was a great experience working with different coaches, international players, going to different venues, different grounds, just that player development, what it takes to get to that level, seeing it firsthand, the pressure that it's on the coaches and players, and just everything that went with it. That was fantastic for 4 years, and from that I got an opportunity to go to the Big Bash in Australia and work with the Melbourne Renegades, and again that was 3 or 4 excellent weeks for me, just working with different people, different coaches, different players, and all that has hopefully meant that I'm in this seat now and I can develop the women and girls game in Lancashire.
And with the introduction of professional contracts over the last couple of years, it's been a really big moment for the women's game. There's been so much progression. How much of an exciting time is this to be involved in women's cricket?
Yeah, it's massively exciting. It's what we needed. Again, going back to Australia, they've had it for probably 5 or 6 years before us, and you could see the development and the performance in their game. So just to have the girls, the women in for 3-4 days a week, practicing constantly through the winter and in the summer, is massive for the women and girls game, and it can only make it successful. And on that, we're now seeing role models for the younger kids. So going into schools and clubs, you now got your Kate Crosses, your Alex Hartleys that the girls are now looking up to as a female athlete, if you like. So that can only be good.
Lancs Women, it's a bit of a separate entity to the Thunder team. You'll be head coach of that, as you mentioned. Just tell us a little bit about what the Lancs Women's season involves and the kind of players that will be involved in that team.
Yeah, at the moment we're just going through the players, so I can't really give you too much on who's playing. But we're looking at a strong outfit. We have 4 Sundays or Mondays playing double headers, T20s with a finals day in early May. And it's great prep for the girls who are going to be involved in the Thunder, and the girls who perhaps might not be involved in the Thunder. It gives them an opportunity to stake a claim for early season places really in the team. So it's going to be T20. I'm really looking forward to the prep, which should start. I think we've got some sessions towards the end of March and early April to make sure we're ready for that.
And will you have a really close working relationship with the likes of Paul Shaw and Dave Thorley on the Thunder side? So if, for example, there's someone who might not necessarily be within that Thunder squad, goes and performs really well for Lancs, that they could potentially make that step in the future?
Yeah, I think talent ID and communication is crucial throughout the pathway, whether that's at under 11s level or at senior women's level, and it's making sure that if someone's doing well, that they can feed it through to me in the Lancashire setup, and if someone's doing well in the Lancashire setup, then I can feed it through to Paul or to David or Jen, who's involved with the regional setup. So I think communication and talent ID is going to be crucial, yeah.
And just coming back to your original role, the pathway, what sort of, have we got big numbers amongst the academy players at the minute? Is there going to be an exciting future for the club?
Yeah, there is. At the moment, we've got 8 or 10 girls who are in the EPP or academy. And we're looking at introducing some of the county age group players into some academy sessions in the next couple of weeks. So exciting times. We've got a nucleus of about 16 or 18 in each squad, and they're looking really good. training in the last couple of weeks. I can see some progression, and we look like we have 4 really strong squads going into the summer.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris.